Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today we'll be looking at whether the Austrian submission for next year's Oscars, The Devil's Bath, will have any success in the Oscar race for Best International Feature Film. The Devil's Bath is an art house elevated psychological horror film that explores the conditions of an 18th century Austrian peasant woman and how the patriarchal and religious orthodoxy treat her. It's a beautiful film, if a bit bleak. However, you can find the full review on my channel. In this video, I'll be analysing whether it has a chance to have any success at the Oscars, and how does it compare to other Austrian submissions. If you're new to my channel, my name is Paul. I review the best of world cinema and follow the race for Best International Feature Film Oscar, looking at from when countries choosing their submission for the Oscar to the final winner. So let's roll and start this analysis. The Devil's Bath is one of 4 submissions that have been announced so far, so it's very early in the race to decide how well it will do. The Devil's Bath has a lot of artistry and is accessible, as well as containing certain elements of the horror genre. Yet, is this enough for it to be considered to be shortlisted, nominated, or even win the award? I really enjoyed this film, but I don't think it will get shortlisted, and these are the reasons why. The reasons for this are many. First, it's part of a horror genre, which tends to do really badly at the Oscars. France recently submitted Titan, which was a body horror, which won the Palme d'Or at the Cannes that year. However, it was not shortlisted by the Academy. While The Devil's Bath is not as divisive or has the same level of horror elements to it, it does have a nod to horror, and it's whether the voters decide this is off-putting because it's related to the horror genre, or whether it's a very good historical narrative, and therefore they respect the artistry, story, the cinematography, and the acting, which I believe they should. Also, it's being distributed by Shudder, who don't necessarily have any form in terms of the Oscar race. They don't do big campaigns as far as I'm aware. So I would be very surprised if this snuck through the door for shortlisting. As I've said before, this is a 4-star film that has a lot of artistry. However, I don't think it ticks the sort of boxes Academy voters look for when they are shortlisting for this category. So let's put this in a bit of Austrian perspective. How does this compare to other entries Austria have previously submitted? Austria has previously submitted 47 films, in which only 2 have won the award. The 2 that have won the award is The Formidable Amour by Michael Haneke, a legend of Austrian cinema. Amour is a brilliant film and also secured additional Oscar nominations, including Best Actress. The second Austrian film to win Best International Feature Film is The Counterfeiters in 2007. This wasn't loved by many film critics, and it was such a surprise considering Romania had submitted the remarkable 4 months, 3 weeks and 2 days, which is pretty much a masterpiece of world cinema. Yet, The Counterfeiters ended up winning, which is your run-of-the-mill historical drama. The result of this has landed a change in how the category is run at the Oscars. So I think overall there was a lot of disappointment that's actually won. The Counterfeiters winning the Oscar actually caused the Academy to change the rules of the category, which has provided an opportunity for more interesting films to end up winning the award. Austria have also been nominated in 1986 for Vienna Before the Fall, as well as 2008's Revanche. If you look at Austria's submissions in the last 10 years, they've only had 2 films that have been shortlisted, with no films receiving nominations or winning the prize. 2 films they shortlisted are actually 2 of the strongest Austrian submissions. This includes Great Freedom, which is a remarkable story about gay men in the Holocaust, as well as the period drama Corsage, which is again a retro-feminist tale, which I really enjoyed. Using my own personal ranking system where you get 3 points for an Oscar win, 2 points for a nomination, and 1 point for a shortlisted film. In the last 10 years, Austria are the 25th most successful country, which is not remarkable, but then it's not too bad. Those shortlisted films have really helped them in the table. But then if we take the ranking table of all time, they are ranked 21st, which is not too bad, which suggests that they've had success in the past, but their more recent form is not quite there. They haven't quite hit the criteria that Oscar voters are looking for. We can also gather that Austria has actually had some successes in the past as well. And being 21st in the world probably reflects the size of their film industry, the recognition of their cinema, and the other awards that their films have won in the past. I think we can gather from this analysis that Austria does well at the awards considering its size and film industry, and they are there and thereabouts based upon the quality of films. Obviously, they've got pioneers such as Michael Haneke and various other famous directors. I see the quality of The Devil's Bath matches those of the likes of Corsage and The Great Freedom, and it will be up to basically the voters to see whether the horror aspects deters them from voting for Austria this year. If you like my analysis of the Oscars race or really enjoy my reviews, please do subscribe and follow for more videos.